أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء نحوا سنقرئك فلا تنسى إلا ما شاء الله إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى ونيسرك لليسرى فذكر إن نفعت الذكرى سيذكر من يخشى ويتجنبها الأشقى الذي يصلى النار الكبرى ثم لا يموت فيها ولا يحيا قد أفلح من تزكى وذكر اسم ربه فصلى بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا والآخرة خير وأبقى إن هذا لفي الصحف الأولى صحف إبراهيم وموسى. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. عن جابر بن عبد الله الأنصاري أنه قال عن فاطمة الزهراء عليها السلام بنت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله قال: سمعت فاطمة أنها قالت: دخل علي أبي رسول الله في بعض الأيام فقال: السلام عليك يا فاطمة. فقلت: عليك السلام. قال: إني أجد في بدني ضعفا. فقلت له: أعيذك بالله يا أبتاه من الضعف. فقال: يا فاطمة ائتيني بالكساء اليماني فغطيني به. فأتيته بالكساء اليماني فغطيته به وسرت أنظر إليه وإذا وجهه يتلألأ كأنه البدر في ليلة تمامه وكماله. فما كانت إلا ساعة وإذا بولدي الحسن قد أقبل وقال: السلام عليك يا أماه. فقلت: عليك السلام يا قرة عيني وثمرة فؤادي. فقال: يا أماه إني أشم عندك رائحة طيبة كأنها رائحة جد رسول الله. فقلت: نعم، إن جدك تحت الكساء. فأقبل الحسن نحو الكساء وقال: السلام عليك يا جداه يا رسول الله، أتأذن لي أن أدخل معك تحت الكساء؟ قال: وعليك السلام يا ولدي ويا صاحب حوضي، قد أذنت لك. فدخل معه تحت الكساء. فما كانت إلا ساعة وإذا بولدي الحسين قد أقبل وقال: السلام عليك يا أمّا. فقلت: عليك السلام يا ولدي ويا قرة عيني وثمرة فؤادي. فقال لي: يا أمّا إني أشم عندك رائحة طيبة كأنها رائحة جدي رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله. فقلت: نعم، إن جدك وأخاك تحت الكساء. فدنا الحسين نحو الكساء وقال: السلام عليك يا جداه، السلام عليك يا من اختاره الله، أتأذن لي أن أكون معكما تحت الكساء؟ فقال: وعليك السلام يا ولدي ويا شافع أمتي، قد أذنت لك. فدخل معهما تحت الكساء. فأقبل عند ذلك أبو الحسن علي بن أبي طالب وقال: السلام عليك يا بنت رسول الله. فقلت: عليك السلام يا أبا الحسن ويا أمير المؤمنين. فقال: يا فاطمة، إني أشم عندك رائحة طيبة كأنها رائحة أخي وابن عم رسول الله. فقلت: نعم، ها هو مع ولديك تحت الكساء. فأقبل علي نحو الكساء وقال: السلام عليك يا رسول الله، أتأذن لي أن أكون معكم تحت الكساء؟ قال له: عليك السلام يا أخي ويا وصي وخليفتي وصاحب لوائي، قد أذنت لك. فدخل علي تحت الكساء. ثم أتيت نحو الكساء وقلت: السلام عليك يا أبتاه يا رسول الله، أتأذن لي أن أكون معكم تحت الكساء؟ قال: وعليك السلام يا بنتي ويا بضعتي، قد أذنت لك. فدخلت تحت الكساء. فلما اكتملن جميعا تحت الكساء، أخذ أبي رسول الله بطرفي الكساء وأومأ بيده اليمنى إلى السماء وقال: اللهم إن هؤلاء أهل بيتي وخاصتي وحامة، لحمهم لحمي ودمهم دمي، يؤلمني ما يؤلمهم ويحزنني ما يحزنهم. أنا حرب لمن حاربهم وسلم لمن سالمهم وعدو لمن عاداهم ومحب لمن أحبهم. إنهم مني وأنا منهم، فاجعل صلواتك وبركاتك ورحمتك وغفرانك ورضوانك علي وعليهم، وأذهب عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. اللهم صل على محمد. وقال الله عز وجل: يا ملائكتي ويا سكان سماواتي، إني ما خلقت سماء مبنية ولا أرضا مدحية ولا قمرا منيرا ولا شمسا مضيئة ولا فلكا يدور ولا بحرا يجري ولا فلكا يسري، إلا في محبة هؤلاء الخمسة الذين هم تحت الكساء. فقال الأمين جبرائيل: يا ربي، ومن تحت الكساء؟ فقال عز وجل: هم أهل بيت النبوة ومعدن الرسالة، هم فاطمة وأبوها وبعلها وبنوها. الله صل على. فقال جبرائيل: يا ربي، أتأذن لي أن أحبط إلى الأرض ليكون معهم سادسا؟ فقال الله: نعم، قد أذنت لك. فحبط الأمين جبرائيل وقال: السلام عليك يا رسول الله. العلي الأعلى يقرئك السلام ويخصك بالتحية والإكرام ويقول لك: وعزتي وجلالي إني ما خلقت سماء مبنية ولا أرضا مدحية ولا قمرا منيرا ولا شمسا مضيئة ولا فلكا يدور ولا بحرا يجري ولا فلكا يسري إلا لأجلكم ومحبتكم، وقد أذن لي أن أدخل معكم، فهل تعزن لي يا رسول الله؟ قال رسول الله وعليك السلام يا أمين وحي الله، إنه نعم قد أذنت لك. فدخل جبرائيل معنا تحت الكساء فقال لأبي إن الله قد أوحى إليكم يقول إنما يريد الله ليذهب عنكم الرجس أهل البيت ويطهركم تطهيرا. الله. وقال علي لأبي يا رسول الله أخبرني ما لجلوسنا هذا تحت الكساء من الفضل عند الله. وقال النبي والذي بعثني بالحق نبيا واصطفاني بالرسالة نجيا، ما ذكر خبرنا هذا في محفل من محافل أهل الأرض وفيه جمع من شيعتنا ومحبينا إلا ونزلت عليهم الرحمة وحفت بهم الملائكة واستغفرت لهم إلى أن يتفرقوا. وقال علي إذا والله فزنا وفاض شيعتنا ورب الكعبة. فقال النبي ثانيا يا علي والذي بعثني بالحق نبيا واصطفاني بالرسالة نجيا، ما ذكر خبرنا هذا في محفل من محافل أهل الأرض وفيه جمع من شيعتنا ومحبنا وفيهم محموم إلا وفرج الله حماه، ولا مغموم إلا وكشف الله غمه، ولا طالب حاجة إلا وقضى الله حاجته. قال علي إذا والله فزنا وسعدنا، وكذلك شيعتنا فازوا وسعدوا في الدنيا والآخرة ورب الكعبة. الله محمد وآل محمد. رحم الله من يقرأ الفاتحة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, Ali Uncle and Abdul Bhai, for your recitation. We are expecting a full house here tonight. So before we begin, can I ask all of you to move as far forward as possible with a loud salawat. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Tonight we have a fully packed program, an exciting one. Before I go into details, I'll go into details later, but right now we have a short presentation by our madrasa. So please can I invite Brother Mesim to the podium with a loud salawat. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Dear President, Management Committee, scholars, teachers, volunteers, and members of the community, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First of all, my salutations to the Imam of our time and the congratulations to the Ummah on the birth anniversary of our first Imam, Imam Ali alayhi salam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. I have the pleasure of being here today, presenting awards for our senior leaders class, which we started last year, for the amount of dedication and commitment they showed to the program and the achievements they achieved. So the senior leaders program we started last year was the culmination of their studies in madrasa from infants age 4 all the way to 17 years old when they reach seniors 5, which is when they graduate. And it was about the challenges that they face today. We looked at society in general and we saw that children graduating from madrasa face a huge challenge. Before going to universities starting their life, there's a huge gap in the skills, the soft skills, and the abilities to deal with challenging situations. And in respect of the secular society that we live in. And so for helping them with these soft skills and building up their understanding of Islam and bringing those two together, the senior leadership program was created to allow students to make sense of the secular world, but more importantly, connect with the Islamic one. And with this, they were able to do a number of courses throughout the year. But more importantly, they also worked on a number of projects with a number of charities, the likes of Who is Hussein, Lady Fatima Trust, to name a few. So today, we're here to celebrate them. If some of you might recall that we used to have an award called the Ali and Fatima Shield. And what we did last year was we revamped it and we changed it. We brought in criteria specifically to measure them. And that was around preparation, delivery of their projects, and overall performance throughout their madrasa, based on their akhlaq, knowledge, and actions. So we've now converted it to a Imam Zamana Award. And before we start giving the awards, I'd like to call in our winners to give you an insight into what they learned and accept the award, inshallah. So the first I would call Ali Hyderi from the senior boys side to come up and speak, please, with a loud salawat.
Is this working? Oh, it is. Oh, wonderful. Esteemed brothers and sisters, uncles and aunties, engineers, lawyers, financiers, doctors, teachers, scholars, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. On the 27th of August in 2022, Who is Hussein broke the Guinness World Record for the number of blood donations made in a single day at what I believe was 37,018 donations. Each person who donated a pint of blood, enough to save 3 lives. And from an Islamic perspective, that's saving the whole of humanity 3 times over. Times that by 37,018, God knows what that is, but that is amazing, isn't it? That is actually really amazing. And in my project, I had the privilege of playing a very small role, a small cog in this brilliant system to achieve this goal, which we did, an albeit lofty goal, but we did it nonetheless, and I'm very happy that I was to be a part of that. And working together, giving to this community of people, Muslim or otherwise, made me realize just how little we appreciate what we have. These people need blood. These people may not survive without this blood. And we helped raise these donations. We helped them survive, alhamdulillah. And they're here now because we made these efforts. And I think that we just don't appreciate what it is we have. Salawat.
And due to the brilliant efforts on the ladies' side, we had 2 female students who received the Imam Zamana Joint Award. So I'd like to call them on as well, if the sound room can connect them, inshallah. So first, Uruj Murtaza, please, and then Ayana Jiraj with your loud salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Welcome everyone. My name is Uruj, and as part of the leadership course, my project was to serve a food drive with the charity Who is Hussein. Whilst doing this project, I have learnt many skills, with one key skill being on how to sort logistics out. In the project, this included obtaining food permits, permission from the council, and funding to support the project. Making decisions on logistics like this has been a valuable skill which I could definitely use in the future. I have also learned how to take initiative and present my ideas to my team. One piece of advice I would like to give to the next classes that get the opportunity to do these projects is to document the process as you go along. Not only will this help you during your final presentation, but it will also be something that you can look back on and refer to your progress and growth. Before I finish, I would like to give a massive thanks to the madrasa and the teachers especially makes them expensive for our uncle, as these projects wouldn't have been possible without their support. They provided resources and guided us in the right direction when we faced issues, and the efforts that they've put in have been invaluable. Shamir Manson had also given a talk on public speaking, and the talk provided us with lots of useful tips that we could use during the final presentation. The reassurance and encouragement from my family has also helped guide me to end goal of my project. Thank you, everyone.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. Next is Ayana Jiraj, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Ayana Jiraj, and I was blessed to be in the first class of the Leader of My Destiny class. My project was to create a blueprint for the Hyderi Islamic Center care home. This was such a great project for me. It helped me in many skills such as communication, organization, finance, and budgeting. I had to do things like speak to the community. Speak to the community about what they would want to have in a care home. I also had to look at the size and where the location would be of the care home so that people could easily access it and visit people in the care home. I had to communicate with my external supervisor and my teachers, and I really had to organize myself because I had exams and I had to focus on that as well as creating this proposal. So it was about finding a balance. I would definitely say to the next senior class that this is such an amazing opportunity to develop on your own skills and really become a leader. I would like to thank my teachers for always being super supportive and my parents for motivating me. And last but not least, I would like to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving me this great opportunity. Thank you.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. So before we give out the awards, I just want to give a moment to the principal to say a few words, inshallah, and then we'll call the students on and give them their trophies, inshallah, with your loud salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
First of all, a big congratulations to the recipients of the Leader Awards and the Imam Awards. It's a job very well done, and you should all be really proud of yourselves as we are of you. I'd like to start by thanking these very students for their patience in waiting until we had an opportunity to acknowledge their achievements. It's okay? Okay, I just will say that again. I want to start by thanking the very students for their patience in waiting until we had an opportunity to acknowledge their achievements. But it was surely worth the wait because look at the grand match you received, one of the most auspicious, mashallah, to receive such a commendation. Alhamdulillah. I want to thank the teachers, the whole entire team, for developing the leadership program. So much thought, critical thinking, and analysis went into it from its inception through to its deliverance. And finally, I'd like to thank all of you, the Hyderi community. You know what, the process started many, many years ago. It began with a vision because the community had that particular vision in sight. And more so, this community recognized the importance that the role of madrasa plays in the fibers of maintaining and building such a spiritual environment for our children to grow up in. The reason madrasa was able to grow from a small group of people many, many years ago to almost 500 students today is because of the support that you have all given over the years. On that note, a very humble request for your continued du'as. especially so for the group of senior students who are going on a very special trip next week. Inshallah, for the very first time, Hyderi Madrasa is going to take a group of students to Ziyarat in Iraq. Now, for some of them, it will be the first time going on Ziyarah. And we all know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's generosity of the people who witness with their eyes for the first time the blessed dome and they seek their hajats and du'as. So these students will go, they'll pray for their nearest and dearest, but they will also pray for our communities, for our growth in Iman and our unity in brotherhood. And we will pray for these students that in all aspects of spirituality, inshallah, they gain through this da'wah. Jazakallah.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Before I give the awards, I think I just want to say that the objective, of course, is for these students to become leaders within the community. So we call the course Leader of My Destiny, Becoming Ali and Fatima. And this year, the students are doing Becoming Leaders of My Community. And a simple, humble ask for this community as well is to give these youths the opportunity to lead initiatives, inshallah, and for them to give them the ability to make changes in this community, to take it further from where it is today, mashallah. So with that, if we'll start the award ceremony, inshallah. So we'll start with the Leader of My Destiny Team Award, which was the blood drive, Asad Abbas. So I know Asad is he here? So Asad Abbas. The next award is for public speaking for Adam Devji, who is not here. The next award was for Leadership Development Award, which went to Razi Arp. With your loud salawats. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. The next award was for ethical conduct, for showing outstanding ethical conduct during the course, which goes to Muhammad Mehdi Ismail. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. The next award goes to the Most Improved Student Award, which goes to Shakil Ali Dina. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Thank you.
The other Most Improved Student Award goes to Muhammad Abbas, but unfortunately I don't think he's here. We have certificates for Yusuf Hassan Ali, Furqan Ali Devji, and Sajjad Ali Lalji for their participation and execution of their programs. Now for the big awards, I'd like to call Sister Ruj Murtaza to get her award. And the ladies, please. And there's one more award, sorry, I forgot about practical leadership for Daniel Mohsin, who showed practical leadership throughout the course. With your loud salawats. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Thank you. And then the next Imam Zamana Award for the female student, Sister Ayana Jiraj. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. And for the male student, Imam Zamana Award, Ali Hyderi. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. With that, thank you very much, Jazakallah, and we request humble du'as. Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Allahumma salli ala.
Thank you, Brother Mesam. I personally feel that the most hardworking volunteers and the most underappreciated are our madrasa teachers. They've been a backbone of our community for such a long time. With your loudest of voices, can you have a loud salawat for them? Jazakallah. As I said before, we are expecting a full house. So please, can I ask you again to move far forward as possible with a loud salawat. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Especially brothers sitting near the door, if you could just move forward. Thank you. Okay, we have someone special with us tonight. Before I invite Brother Muhammad Abbas Jafar, just to let you know, we have his poetry book on sale for £10. All proceeds will go to Hyderi. So please do purchase a copy from the foyer. So can you invite Brother Muhammad Abbas Jafar with a loud salawat? Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Shomali Mubarak. It's an honor to be here. My first ever time to your new center, so thank you for having me. Thank you to the EC for the invitation. I'm going to recite a few poems today, inshallah. The first one is about the birth of Imam Ali and Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad, and some of the achievements of Imam Ali. One of my favorite lines that I've ever written is inside this poem. I'm not going to tell you which one, so if you think you hear it, then you drop me a Nara Hyderi, inshallah. Okay? So I need your involvement, don't be shy when it comes to the love of Imam Ali. Aflaha man sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Ali was born on the 13th of Rajab, but he was created long before. From the first Noor in heaven, and definitely not the fourth. In fact, when he was born, the people heard the heavens sing, because this baby would one day be father to 11 kings. Ali's first action was to go into sajda. Now some might not believe us, but he began to speak and recite like the Prophet Jesus. He said there is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his Nabi. And then immediately recited, and I am his wali. Here is a child who always believed in Tawheed. Now this next point is vital. Ali was saying La ilaha illallah whilst others worshipped idols. Some put Ali down and say others became Muslim first. Some put Ali down and say others became Muslim first. But Mawla was born a Muslim, so how can he convert? Yet although Ali spoke at birth like Isa, Mawla was surely the best. For Maryam was told to leave the Holy Lands while Ali's mother became Allah's guest. And as Ali was growing up, the saliva of Muhammad left him nourished. It's no wonder then that this boy also greatly flourished. For if we were ever to talk about the excellence of man, where everyone else is ended is where Mawla Ali's began. Ali is the gate of knowledge. Walk through it and you'll find 1,000 doors. Open any one of them and you'll find 1,000 more. So no wonder Mawla Ali was the only match for Fatima, and no wonder that their children are the leaders of Jannah. In fact, Zahra said no when proposals came from every tyrant. But when Mawla asked for her hand, Fatima stayed completely silent. So in order to pay her mahar, Ali sold his shield called Al-Hatima. In order to pay her mahar, Ali sold his shield called Al-Hatima. For who needs a shield when you have a wife like Fatima? he nailed it. He nailed it. But Zahra isn't just a shield. She's a sword for us Rafida. Zahra isn't just a shield. She's a sword for us Rafida. For la fata illa Ali, la sayfa illa Fatima. Now, when Ali pinned down Amr at Khandak, it was something before unseen. But Ali's weight wasn't measured by muscle, but the amount of his yaqeen. And at Uhud, Ali protected Rasul. His loyalty was truly stunning. I want to talk about others too, but I think they are still running. And Hassan. Ya Ali. And remember when others said, pick me, when Nabi asked him for a favor. Then along came the son of Abu Talib, who by himself lifted Khaybar. On that day and in that war, there was only one who was the savior. Ask Marhab and he'll tell you who. The one whose mother named him Hyderi. Ya Ali. On that day and in that war, there was only one who was the savior. Ask Marhab and he'll tell you who. The one whose mother named him Hyderi. Now at Ghadir, Ali was chosen. When Ali was chosen, some said, Bakhin. Congratulated Mawla and then started hugging. But where were they when there was a war? Always ducking. If Ali is a lion that roars, they were just clucking. Now some tell me Mawla just means friend. Please, don't make me laugh. If they don't respect Ali, think where we do tawaf. Yet we walk around the outside when we circulate the Kaaba. But Rukna Yamani opened up for the birth of our master. So they can try to cover the crack, fight it, nail and tooth. But bricks and gold and iron will never cover up the truth. And they can maim and kill us, put our necks on spearheads. But our mothers fed us wilaya, so we'll never fear death. It's like others are sleeping in a cocoon, but we are butterflies. We grew up on Nadi Ali whilst they heard lullabies. You could give us 1,000 palaces, but we just want Ali's shrine. You could give us eternal life without Mawla, but we'll choose death every single time. For when it comes to praising Ali, we'll never, ever be stopping. When it comes to praising Ali, we'll never, ever be stopping. From the moment we are born till they're closing our coffin. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Congratulations to our living Imam on the Wiladah of his grandfather, the best of creation after Rasulullah, Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. And Kushali Mubarak to all of you. Also, happy Father's Day to all the fathers of Hyderi. Tonight's majlis is sponsored by 5 Bande Khuda and Azmina and Safdar Rafiq. Please recite Surah Fatiha for marhumins of the sponsors, the names displayed on the screen, and all marhumins. Suratul Mubarakatul Fatiha. Just a short summary of what's going to happen tonight. So, after the lecture by Sheikh Jawad Shomali, we will have recitation by our own Shabab al-Hyderi. After that, Brother Muhammad Abbas Jafar, whom you just heard, will illuminate this Kushali with his amazing poetry. And we also have amongst us 2 youths who don't need any introduction, Shan and Rizwan, who have taken our hearts by storm with their beautiful voices. If you are as excited as I am, please recite aloud salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. We also have a lot of exciting things going on tonight. at Hyderi by the various subcommittees. So please prepare to empty your pockets. I will share more details after the lecture. So now, can we please invite Sheikh Jawad Shomali to the mimbar with a loud salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Brothers, you want in a louder voice. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Suratul Mubarakatul Fatiha.
It's just a little bit. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبه نستعين ثم الصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين. Assalamu alaikum. I pray that you are well, inshallah. It's a very special night, and alhamdulillah, I see that many of you are in a good mood, which is usually rare. Most of the times when I'm on the minbar and I'm looking down at people, everyone's just like, and now, but alhamdulillah, tonight I feel like there's more smiles, happy faces, which is amazing. And may you, inshallah, always be smiling. I had prepared a very lovely suit for tonight. I'm not exaggerating. 2 months ago, I got a suit, and I thought this is for Imam Ali's Wiladah. The only thing I forgot is that I didn't buy a shirt with it. Tonight, I went to the wardrobe, very excited, got the suit out, then I was like, what do I wear with this? Couldn't find anything that matched with it, so I just wanted you to know that this suit looks very nice. Imagine I'm wearing a very nice suit, and just for you, by the way, just for this occasion. Please recite the salawat if you're ready. The 60 days is gone as well, they're not going to take it back. So I really hope you like it, in your minds at least, because you haven't seen it. Maybe I should send a photo. Give your WhatsApp numbers, inshallah. Individually, I'll send everyone a photo of the suit. Or if anyone is the same size, maybe if you want to purchase it, that's not a problem as well. I usually have to play a very difficult role for some reason. It's tonight I have to play the same role, and it's not like I enjoy it. I really don't. But I have to be the messenger of the bitter truth usually. And I do not enjoy it one bit, but I feel like no one else is doing it. Although within this bitter truth, if you pay attention, there is an ocean of hope and good news. And let's begin. You know, tonight we come here, we are so excited celebrating the birth anniversary of Imam Ali, isn't it? That's so special. We do the whole Heydaris and everything. Then tonight when you go back home, my question is this: can you find this love you have for Imam Ali, this relationship you have with Imam Ali, can you find it in your house? At night when you're with children and you're having that tough discussion, when you're fighting with your partner, when you have to go back to your father, for example, who has dementia and you need to take care of them, or maybe when you want to go back home and all those thoughts come that, well, I'm aging, I'm worried I may get ill, I'm worried I may lose my memory, I'm worried this may happen to me, I'm worried that may happen to me. In those moments, can you find this love? Can you get from Imam Ali things that you can then go and in your life use it and see the change? That's what I want to talk to you about. I want to say that love is amazing. And we are so, alhamdulillah, blessed that we love Imam Ali. However, love has levels. And another question is, what about Imam Ali do you love? You only benefit from the love based on what is it about a person that you love. Let me give you an example. Let's say there's, for example, a lecturer or a scholar, and you really love the way they dress, which shows that it's obviously not me. It's another lecturer with good. Imagine you really love this scholar, the way they dress. What would be the result of this love in your life? Tell me. At best, you'll start wearing nice outfit too. But will you get more knowledge? No. Because it matters what you love about a person. You could find a lecturer, you love the way they talk, so you'll end up speaking like them. Do you care about the knowledge? No. And I've seen that a lot. Masalan, in any culture, in any community, when a speaker becomes famous, a lot of people try to imitate the way that person talks out of their love for them. But I'm saying, fair enough, you love that person, you love the way you talk, now you start talking like them. You know what this shows? You chose not to get any benefit from the knowledge they have. You said, I love the way this person talks. So the way you benefit from this person is limited to that thing which you choose to love about them. So there are many people who may speak like the best speaker in the world, but their knowledge is not the same as that person. It's just the tone is the same. Where to raise the voice and bring it down, that's the same. Or maybe you love someone's name, you put that name on yourself. What I'm trying to say is this: it's so important what you love about someone, because it is only in that area that they will influence you. If you love the way someone talks but not what they're saying, you're not going to benefit from their words. You're not going to get motivation from them. Or another example, let me give you. Imagine there's a very successful person who's at the same time a very loving dad. So you have different things to love about this person. Maybe one person looks at this very successful individual and only loves the way they're handling themselves in, for example, business meetings. That's what they love about them. Oh, I love how amazing this person is at business. What's going to be the result of that love in my life? I'll improve in my business. Maybe another person loves the fact that, you know what, this successful person is such a good father. I don't care what they do in business. Such a good father. What would be the result of that love for me? I become a good father. Now I'm saying with Imam Ali as well, it's so important, what is it that you love about him? Many of us, masalan, mashallah, we love Imam's name, Ali. We hear it, we become so happy. So that's why probably in this room we have many Alis. We have Alis, we have Ali Abbases, we have Abbas Alis, we have Ali Haydar Abbases, which is very good. That's a good level of love. But I'm saying, along this shows that if you love Imam's name, fair enough. But if that's all I love about him, I don't think when I go to home, I'm not going to become a better father, I'm not going to become a better wife, I'm not going to become a better mother. I'm just going to have a nice name. What I love, I can find it in my life. Now, why is this so important? Because I have a feeling that Imam Ali has much more that we can love than just his name, than just the fact that he was brave in a battle, than just the fact that, for example, he helped the poor. All of those are great. All of those are very good. There's nothing wrong in loving them. Those perfect. We should love that. And you can see when someone, for example, loves the fact that Imam Ali was there for the orphans and the poor, if this love is genuine, what will happen? They will become as well loving to the poor. They'll try to take care of the orphans. If the love is real, it will impact the heart. But the problem we have right now is that the knowledge we have of Imam Ali is limited. And so what we love in him is limited. And so the way we benefit from him is very limited. And think about it. Most of the times when we come together to remember Imam Ali, what are some of the things we mention? In brackets. All of this is good, by the way. Don't think this is bad news. Because when you then realize who Imam Ali actually is and you start loving that about him, life will change so much. Believe me, life can be so incredible. Most of us, we don't know the treasure we have in Imam Ali. Believe me, you are like the person whose father is the richest person in the world and he's living very poorly. That's literally the story of 99% of followers of Imam Ali. You're sitting on a mine of gold, but in your life there's no gold. So this is good news, because now I'm saying if we find the way to this mine of gold, life will change. And what do I mean by the fact that we're not benefiting from the wealth of Imam Ali? Look at our lives. If Imam Ali, a question from you, is as special as you tell me, which I think he's more special, but if Imam Ali is as special as you guys love him, you come here, celebrate, commemorate him, no, the Hyderis and all of that, what are you trying to say? This person is special. Everyone else doesn't come close to Imam Ali. Aliyun ma'al haq wal haqq ma Ali. If he's that special of a teacher, how come our life is very similar to the life of everyone else? How do you know a teacher? Through their students. If in terms of divorce rates, if in terms of happiness in marriage, if in terms of success at work, if in terms of modesty, if in any criteria you tell me it's a good criteria, we are exactly like our other brothers and sisters in Islam, and like other people of other religions, and I would say in many aspects even like non-religious people. But where is that special thing? Is it a lie, na'uzu billah, that Imam Ali is special? If you're saying he was born in Kaaba, but this special person, why can't you see that in your life? Why can't I still handle myself in moments of temptation? If Ali is as amazing as we say, which is even more special, but if he's that special, then how come my life is exactly like the one who doesn't even know Ali? Isn't that an interesting question? And if you don't think your life is different to the one that doesn't have Ali, you're really not honest with yourself. You have to look at, you tell me what matters in life. You tell me, forget about me. What matters? Relationship with God? I don't know, piety? Understanding of Quran? I don't know, you tell me what matters. We put those criteria and we compare, are we, for example, any different to a person who hasn't even heard about Imam Ali? Do you see why I said this is such a difficult job I have to do? Imagine telling Shias that. Please recite the salawat. Now, this was the bitter part. We'll also talk about why this is an amazing news. Because I want to tell you, once you really know who Imam Ali is, then you will see it is impossible for someone to look at a follower of Imam Ali and not see this person is living differently. Imam Ali has quite a few places in which he explains, what would you look like if you know me? He's got one in Nahjul Balagh where he describes what are the people who know me, who love me for who I am, and start becoming like me. Oof. If we had one person like that in community, one person like that, if we had one Kumail among us, everything would change. One Kumail among us. Do you know why many of our kids start having doubts? It's so interesting. One of the things that's happening now is a lot of you lovely parents are having those difficult discussions with your children. Like, who said this? Why should I believe that? Why this? Why that? Do you know why our questions are having all these questions? Our children. Because we don't have a faith, a real faith. I'll open this up. If we had a person, not even with Imam Ali's faith, with Kumail's faith, which Imam Ali tells Kumail, you have one drop in the pot of my knowledge. One drop. That's Kumail. Which I'll say, compared to Kumail, we're not even a drop. And I'm not exaggerating, by the way. I can prove any claim I make. Dua Kumail we read every Thursday, don't we? It says, Allahumma inni as'aluka bi asma'ika allati mala'at arkana kulli shay. Just one line Kumail mentions. What does that mean? Think about it. God, I ask you by your names which have filled the foundations of all things. Although we can either say, wow, what is amazing, deep, sophisticated sentence, and then our child asks us, what does that mean? It's very amazing. It's so good, I don't even know. That's kind of like what we are thinking. Baby, we have an Imam that says things we don't understand. Marvelous. But Kumail understood this. And it's not that difficult, we can talk about it. It's just that no one cares about it. Otherwise, it's not that complicated. But I'm saying, if you had Kumail among us, who knew these things, who knew what matters to Imam Ali, what kind of qualities, what is Imam Ali's view of the world, who had one drop of Imam Ali's faith, I promise you, if you had one person like that here, everyone sitting next to them would feel God's presence. Forget about Kumail. Some of our scholars right now, the ones who are real, we have a lot of scholars who've read a lot of books. That's not according to Ahl Bayt what scholar is. According to Ahl Bayt, scholar is not someone who knows a lot. That's why not AI will overcome anyone like that. Scholar is someone who has found the light of what they've read in their heart. You may even have a grandma who's more scholar than a person who's even written tafsir of Quran. Because she has in her heart the fact that God has hikmah, God has wisdom. And I've shared, I think, this example with you. And my grandma was like that. In the worst situations, when life was so challenging, she was like, don't worry. God has wisdom, trust God. This is way better than writing millions of books and not having that in your heart. So I'm saying that's what a scholar is. And we have a few of these, alhamdulillah. When you sit next to these real ones, believe me, you sit next to them, you feel a different person. I remember, I don't know if I've shared this with you or not. I once went to, in one of my trips back home, I went and alhamdulillah I got the opportunity to meet one of these people. He didn't even care about who I am or who didn't know who I am. He knew one of my parents. So I was like, I want to come too. I went there and sat. The interesting thing is this, just in his presence, I felt like so much of my arrogance went. He didn't do anything. He didn't even talk to me. Just salam alaikum. I was talking to my mother and talking to another one of our family members. Just being next to him, I felt so relieved of my arrogance. Before that, I didn't even know I am arrogant. And my faith became so much stronger, came out of that meeting. I was like, no, with God we can handle anything. This is how real faith looks in life. It's interesting. People would go to the Prophet, and this is a very beautiful story. They told the Prophet, Prophet, are we hypocrites? The Prophet asked them, why do you think so? They said, because when we're next to you, everything makes sense. We know there is a God. We know there's purpose in this life. We know that we should be strong in difficulties. Everything you're saying, we say, yeah, that's true. We feel it. We leave your presence a few days later, like, is there really a God? Why is life so difficult? They're like, are we hypocrites? Next to you, we feel everything is great. We go 2-3 days later, everything we start doubting. The Prophet said, no, you're not hypocrites. When you come next to me, you get impact from my soul. The faith inside my soul is pouring out. You get some of that as well. But when you go away, well, slowly, what you got from it becomes used. You come back to your own situation, you feel like there is no God. So even next to me, when you feel there is a God, it's like you've plugged in yourself into me, and you're getting from my faith. What am I saying? This is real faith. Someone that next to them, everything makes sense. This is what we should be like if we are really following Imam Ali. A real follower of Imam Ali doesn't need to prove to you that God exists. His presence convinces your heart of that. There are some people who give you proofs of God's existence. By the end of it, you're like, mate, now I feel less. Because there's no faith inside. Faith is not what you have here. If faith was what is here, believe me, I could give you the highest forms of faith in a few workshops. But then you wouldn't have the real thing, and I didn't have the real thing. Words are so easy to give people. There is a God, this is that. It's so easy. What we want is that light inside. Allah, how can we get that light? How can we get this faith from Imam Ali? Well, we have to know, Hassan, what is this? What is this faith? What does Imam have? If all we know about Imam Ali was that he was strong in a battle, I don't know which battle am I going to get encouragement from him. Even the Prophet himself said, he says the stronger one is not the one who's strong in the battle, but the one who's strong in those inner struggles. That's where the real Imam Ali can be found. That's what Dua Kumail is all about. And we need to learn a little bit more about what does it mean to be strong in these inner struggles, because that's where we're all lacking in. What are these inner struggles? Oh, there's plenty. You're doing business. They say there's a chance this deal may not go through. How are you going to feel? Are you going to shake like, oh my God? Well, if you're a man, probably you're scared to shake, so you shake inside, and outside you're like, no, I'm top G. But internally, you're shaking. What if this doesn't work? What if this deal doesn't go through? That's that moment when you need Imam Ali's strength. So this deal will be okay. That moment when suddenly your child gives you that tough news. Are you going to break inside? I mean, we're going through this. That moment when you feel like you want to cheat on your partner, that's the moment you need that strength. The moment, Asan, you say you don't want to cheat on your partner. By the way, these are examples we're all dealing with, huh? Don't think I'm bringing examples from Mars. Oh, many people we have in this community, and I'm not judging. All of these have solutions. The person says, I don't want to cheat, but what do I do with these temptations inside me? Oh, I'm saying that's because we never learned went to Imam Ali to learn these things from him. How can I love my wife? How can I love my husband? How can I not want something other than what I have? How can I enjoy this relationship? How can I be strong in the face of fears? I'm worried about my health. I'm worried about my child's this. I'm worried about that. This is what your life is. These are the moments you need Imam Ali. And I think we still haven't even begun bringing Imam Ali to these moments of our life. Imam Ali has the solution for all problems of humanity. I am not exaggerating. But unfortunately, he is hijacked by us. We have claimed Imam Ali as our own. We're not benefiting from him. We're not letting anyone else benefit as well. That was such a sad thing I said. Please recite salawat to wash the sadness. I love you so much, by the way. This is all out of love. The Imam you love, the moment you know who he really is, will change your life. Life is not meant to be difficult. Wallahi al-azim. Life, if you're really a follower of Ahl Bayt, everyone, 10 houses this way and that way should feel it. That this person is different. This guy is so strong. This guy is so patient. This guy is like a mountain, but at the same time so soft. Why do all of these clocks go so quickly? Honestly, where do you get these from? We really need to change this company. Just a few minutes ago, it was 9 o'clock. Now it shows 9:25. I'm trying to see if with my mind I can make it go slower. Did it? Imagine it would have been so amazing if the battery would run out at that moment. But I think it may have. The second thing stopped. Anyways, I just killed 30 seconds like that. Distractions, eh? Before I talk 20 seconds about how can we know Imam Ali, because that's the problem. They give me 30 minutes or 30 minutes, and it's not anyone's fault, though. Everybody's like, there's shortage on time. It takes me 30 minutes to prepare what I want to say. By the time I'm ready to give the solutions, like, oh, the time is over. So usually the solutions are for later. But let me just say, what do I mean by this whole faith thing, finding Imam Ali in our life? Allahumma. Thank you so much. You know what faith is, and if you want to see how is your faith situation, you have to look at what is it in your life that you get energy from. That's who your God is. Please pay attention to this. We're going to talk a little bit about faith and how we have quite a different understanding of it than Imam Ali. Our faith is not what we think in our mind. Our faith is where you get your energy in life from. See, in order to get yourself out of the bed, in order to go work, in order to be there for your children, in order to, have plans for your future, there is something in your life that is giving you energy to do that. Without that energy, you wouldn't do anything. What would happen when that energy goes? Slowly, you go to despair. Despair is that mode where we are not getting energy to handle challenges of life. What are challenges of life? So many things. You need to pay for the bill. You need to provide for your family. You need to be there for your children. You need to be there for this person. You need to take care of your own health. You need to go to the doctor. You need to check your heart. You need to get that blood test. You need to work on this. There's so many things as a person you need to do. And in order to be able to do all of that, you need energy. Otherwise, you'll be like a person who, for example, experiences despair, is someone who says, I cannot face the challenges of my life. It gets even harder if in the middle of this you have a problem too. Let's say your child gets ill. Or you, for example, think that you may have an illness that you need to go to the doctor, like extra challenge now. You need energy. You needed this energy since you were a child. What pushed you to go through that years of school, high school? If you want to know in those areas, what was it that you had faith in, you got to look at what was it that was giving you energy. A lot of us, maybe as children, the area we got our energy from was what? Maybe video games. Maybe movies. Maybe someone, for example, had a crush. That crush was giving them energy. Maybe they had a goal that I want to get married. Let me get to a good place so I get married. You know what that means? That means that video game, that marriage is what you have faith in. That's your God. Your faith is the area in which you're getting energy for life. Hold on, now I want to ask you a question. Where are you getting your energy from now? What motivates you to go from today to tomorrow to the next day? Think about it honestly a few seconds. For someone could be, you know what, I just need to survive for this family, I need to provide. Another person says, you know what, I have this vision of who I can become. I want to be this successful person. This image I have of my future. That's basically your God. Even if you say Allahu Akbar or Ina, that's all in your head. In your life, the source of energy for you is that image you have of yourself. I want to be a successful person. Thinking about it gives me juices. The juice of life gets me up in the morning. That is what you have faith in. Your faith is what gives you energy to go on. If you want to get a bigger house, that bigger house is where you have faith in. It's not Allah. You say Allah as much as you want. That's what you have faith in. And I'm not saying that's wrong, because if you don't even get your faith from, for example, I want to be successful or I want to be that, if you don't get your faith from those, you'll experience despair, you'll sit at home, you won't do anything. Which we even have some people around us who are like that. Haven't you seen? 40-year-old man is at home, he says, why should I live for? Why should I live for? You know what that means? Where can I get juice for life from? At some point, I was working, I was living to get married to that person. At some point, I wanted that bigger house. At some point, at whatever point, whatever it is that's giving you energy or motivation to go on, that's literally your faith. Say whatever you want about God. حالا this is where we are, and I'm not judging us all. It's a journey دیگه to get your faith from God. But I'm saying the first step is to admit that. حالا where does Imam Ali get his energy from? He says, guys, I have found a way not to get energy from these creations of God, but get energy from what? The source. And that's why when he comes to life, it's like you're dealing with a mountain. If I'm getting my energy from the fact that I just want to get a job that in which the salary from, for example, 5-figure goes to 6-figure, that's mean my God is that 6-figure salary. How much energy can that give me? And the interesting thing is this type of God only gives me motivation in one area. It doesn't give me any motivation to be a nicer husband. The area you choose to get your faith from is so important. And again, a lot of people may think, hey, Pastor, you're saying that I shouldn't get energy from my work. I shouldn't get energy from, this person I love. No, I didn't say that. Huh? If you let go of your salary excitement it gives you, you're not going to become spiritual like Imam Ali. You're going to be depressed at home. We can't even get you out of the house. Does that make sense? If you let go of your false God, you don't suddenly find the real God. You remain godless and you stay at home. Do you see how discussion suddenly becomes so serious? A few moments ago, we thought we're followers of Imam Ali, we're the highest people in the world. Then we realized, Baba, we don't even worship God. And not just us. Humanity is in this situation. Why did God in the Quran said, have you seen those who take their ilah as their desires? Taking your ilah as your desire is literally this. You put your desire ahead of you and you work towards it. It gives you energy. Which is literally what everyone is doing. Think about it tonight at home. What gives you motivation to become 30, to become 40, to push forward? That's right now currently your ilah. And if it's a one-dimensional ilah, it will only push you forward in one direction. Hala, you want to go to Imam Ali? He says, I will show you a way, and religious people will ruin your life. I just said that. You go to most scholars, lecturers, they'll be like, oh, astaghfirullah, you're living for that salary, you're stuck in dunya. Let go of your job. What did I say will happen if you do that? You'll lose motivation for your life. What would Imam Ali say? Imam Ali said, I will teach you a way that you look at everything in this world and see God's hand behind it. I won't take your excitement for your salary away from you. I will help you see God there. That's the main beauty of Ahl Bayt teaching, and that's Tawheed. They say, I will show you a way that you can look at the world and realize no one has anything to offer you. Even that salary that excites you, behind it, it's God. This person that you love, behind it is God. And slowly, they wouldn't take your desires away from you. He would show you how to see that what you actually love about that is the share of God qualities it has. And slowly, through your own desires, He will connect you to the source. ببین, God is not the rival to your salary or to that image you have of your future that excites you. So it's not like dunya, salary, or God. That's not Imam Ali's vision. Imam says, I'll show you a way that you see everything in this world God is all of it. God is the source of it. And slowly, slowly, from these areas in which you are connected to energy, He connects you to the source. Now imagine if people, and by the way, literally, the most successful people, the most productive people on earth are who right now? The ones who want to get like a thingy body. Have you seen motivation is all about that? Get your body to a crazy shape and raise the salary. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You can see the energy is giving them. The guy wakes up at 4 in the morning. That shows there's something real there. If it was fake, how come we can't wake up at 4 in the morning? Anything that gets a person wake up 4 in the morning in the cold and go exercise, or 5 in the morning get up and work on a startup, that means there's real energy there. Otherwise, why can't we do it? At 10 o'clock we wake up, oh my God, so difficult. Maybe I should go till 11. If you can do anything in this life, it means energy is coming from somewhere. As a religious person, if I tell that kid, don't do that, why do you want to work for dunya? All I'm doing is removing his connection from God. What Imam Ali would say is this: look, any area in which you are getting energy from, it's you've plugged yourself into God. There is no other source other than God. Just remember one thing. The place in which you plug in yourself to God's resources, it's so important. Because some of these channels are limited, only help you in one aspect of your life. When then you go towards God and say, God, I want you to be my ilah. When you say, God, I want to have faith in you, then you will see what insan is capable of. That's why I'm saying you don't know yourself. Maybe just think about it for 1 second. If getting a six-pack, it motivates someone to wake up 4 in the morning, imagine the energy there that it creates. Just imagine the energy your soul would have if you connect to God, the source. You can't even imagine what kind of life it's possible for you when you have faith in God. Why? Because they told us we have faith in God when we didn't have. We are not there yet. If you had faith in God, Imam Ali says, no pain, no fear will ever overwhelm you. Nothing can shake you. The strength you have, that's when you connect to the source. Allah, I wanted to say, Asan, you cannot understand Dua Kumail if you don't know this. Literally, this is what Imam Ali is saying in Dua Kumail. For example, where he says, Allahumma inni as'aluka bi asma'ika allati mala'at arkana kulli shay. God, I ask you by your names which have filled the foundations of everything. Imam says, in this world, whatever thing you find and you get energy from, its foundations are filled with God. God is the source of any energy or any good thing in this world. You're taking this small goal as your God. Imagine the day you realize that you connect to the source itself. Imam says, I ask my du'as with such understanding of God. Again, inshallah, maybe another session I can open it up. But then if you have such a faith, you ask and the world will give you. I think that's enough, right? How are you feeling? Does it, if it makes sense, please recite the salawat. For a second there I was like, what did I do? Imagine no one sent a salawat. But thank you so much. You really gave me that pity salawat. Although never mind. I wanted to mention another joke. I was like, what am I saying? Oh, Imam Ali has so much more to offer. anything you've gained from him is not even 1% of what he can offer you. I'm not exaggerating. If I didn't prove it to you, full refund. That's always my policy. May inshallah God enable us to take the first steps towards becoming the followers of such amazing people that we love. And may inshallah God then enable us that once we found the beauty of their teachings in the moments of our life, inspire others as well to get the beauties of Ahlul Bayt. You will never be able to bring anyone to Ahlul Bayt unless your own life smells of them, has their fragrance. And may inshallah God enable us to have that fragrance. And on that note, let's end with a salawat.
Ya Ali. Okay, before we begin our exciting Jashan program, a few announcements. Hyderi is pleased to announce the engagement of Sayyid Ali Abidi, son of Sayyid Ilyas and Alia Azam, to Amina Fatima, daughter of Abbas Dawji and Sayyida Dawji. Please remember the couple and their families in your dua. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Please can I have your attention for a few more minutes. This Ramadan we are aiming to reduce plastic waste at Hyderi and donate the cost of this disposable, which is significant to Yaman Iftar Fund. So we encourage you to bring your own Iftar kits from home, or alternatively pre-order your Iftar kits. Please visit the Hyderi Eco Stall in the courtyard. Hyderi also launching its first ever annual UK-wide Quran competition this year for all ages. Please register and participate. Hyderi Islamic School have a thrift stall. Brothers, if I can have your attention, please. And if some silence can be maintained. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. It'll take only a few more minutes, please. Hyderi Islamic School have a thrift stall outside and are fundraising for the Ziyarat trip. Also, Hyderi Workshop have a Father's Day stall outside and are fundraising for Children's Library at Hyderi. Please visit the stalls and support these ventures by donating generously. And lastly, Al-Mushtaba Youth have created a model of the Holy Kaaba in the games room, which will be open for all for a photo shoot, and it will cost £10 per photo, and all are welcome. Can we please invite? You go? You want to go? Okay.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Today we have a poem or kalam being recited by 10 children from Shabab al-Hyderi that have been practicing for 7 weeks for this. So I want to get some hype from the crowd a little bit. You lot seem very dead. I just walked in and I wasn't sure if it's Muharram or Rajab. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to test the crowd a little bit and see how much hype we can get from you lot. So I'm just going to need your jawab. I'm going to recite some names from Imam Ali, and I just want you to recite Ali after. So who is Haydar? Ali. Who is Haydar? Ali. Who is Safdar? Ali. Who is the one that said, Ana alladhi sammatni ammi Haydar? Ali. Who is Asadullah? Ali. Who is Kalamullah? Ali. Who is Wajhullah? Ali. Who is Lisanullah? Ali. Who is Waliullah? Ali. Who is Abdullah? Ali. Who is Nafsul Mustafa? Ali. Who is Al-Murtadha? Who is Sayyid al-Awsiya? Who is Imam al-Awliya? Who is Urwatul Wuthqa? Who is Kasimun Nari wa Jannah? Who is Ahlul Bayt al-Nabuwa? Who is the one mentioned in Hadith al-Kisa? Who is the one that Prophet took him to Mubahila? Who is the one that introduced himself as a lion? Who is the one that slept in the bed of Rasulullah? Who is the one that was born in the Holy Kaaba? Nara Hyderi! Allahumma salli ala Muhammad.
قرآن كل قرآن يكسب النار هدري يالي هدري يالي هدري يالي يالي يا علي دم محمد دم علي 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 مولا دم محمد دم علي 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 مولا علي مولا علي مولا जलाल जुल जलाल है अली अली खुदा का हम ख्याल है अली अली जलाल जुल जलाल है खुदा का हम ख्याल है बुलंदिया ये देख के पुकार दिल मेरा अली पसंद है बहुत पसंद है अली पसंद है मुझे अली पसंद है बहुत पसंद है अली पसंद है मुझे दम हम दम अली 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 मौला दम हम दम अली 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 मौला अली मौला अली मौला चंगा लगी दाए सोला गई दाए ग्यारह लगी दाए अली वाला सोना लगी दाए अली वाला नारे हैदरी याली हैदरी याली हैदरी याली सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि मोहम्मद व आले मोहम्मद أنا حب علي وغرام علي مولا علي مولا علي مولا علي مولا علي أنا حب علي وغرام علي مولا علي مولا علي مولا علي مولا علي أنا حب علي وغرام علي مولا علي مولا علي مولا علي مولا علي On the love of your light when I was raised I was born and your name I heard praise On the love of your light when I was raised I was born and your name I heard praise In your dear my heart for you was safe In your dear my heart for you was safe From my father Ali and my mother Ali From my father Ali and my mother Ali Mawla Ali Mawla Ali Mawla Ali Mawla Ali أنا حب علي وغرام علي Mawla Ali Mawla Ali Mawla Ali Mawla Ali أنا لا أبوه بسره وأنا المقاطن أمره أنا لا أبوه بسره وأنا المقاطن أمره أجد نوال ببحره أجد نوال ببحره أنا روحي علي ودليلي علي أنا روحي علي ودليلي علي مولا علي مولا علي مولا علي مولا علي أنا حب علي وغرام علي مولا علي مولا علي مولا علي مولا علي أنا حبي When I see your shrine I know that I'm home You're the king of kings Najaf's your throne When I see your shrine I know that I'm home You're the king of kings Najaf's your throne With you by my side I'm never alone With you by my side I'm never alone Walking Quran Ali my adhan Ali Walking Quran Ali my adhan Ali Mawla Ali Mawla Ali Mawla Ali Mawla Ali أنا حب علي وغرام مهجتي لك كيف أوصف لوأتي مولاي وروحي ومهجتي لك كيف أوصف لوأتي أفهل رضيت بحسرتي أفهل رضيت بحسرتي حسرات علي أبرات علي حسرات علي أبرات علي مولى علي مولى علي مولى علي مولى علي أنا حبي علي وغرامي علي مولى علي مولى علي مولى علي مولى علي C'est la zone c'est bolo Ali Ali C'est la Z c'est bolo Ali Ali C'est la Pia c'est bolo Ali Ali C'est la télé c'est bolo Ali Ali C'est la Rasoul c'est bolo Ali Ali तू कब्र के बाहर जो कर ले तेरे कब्र के अंदर अली अली नाम है हैदरी या अली या अली या अली है हैदरी हैदर 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 लबैक या अली लबैक या अली लबैक या अली लबैक या अली
एक सुपर डुपर एटॉमिक बम वाला नारा है
या अली सलवात
Ya Ali Ya Ali Wasn't it wonderful? Another loud salawat for the kids, please. Really well done, mashallah, really well done. Okay. So we're continuing our Jashan program, and I would like to invite Brother Muhammad Abbas Jafar again, please, with a loud salawat. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. And of course, please remain because we'll have Shan and Rizwan coming in after him, yeah? Okay.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. I don't know whose idea it was to have me after Shabab al-Haida. I don't know if I can match that, but can we have another salawat for the kids, please? Inshallah. And clapping as well, mashallah. I'm impressed. This poem is the first one I recited on Shia Voice. You may have heard it before. It's an answer to anyone who says Imam Ali isn't in the Quran. And it's called Ali in the Quran. They say they've looked in every chapter, every verse and every page, but can't find Ali's name in the Quran, not even a tiny trace. If they can't see Ali's name, then they must be blind. I'm not saying that they can't see, I'm talking about their mind. For I opened up the holy book, and it immediately became clear. Ali's name was everywhere, on every line it would appear. Throughout the whole Quran, Mawla Ali's name can be seen, from Al-Fatiha to Nas, and every surah in between. Yes, if Yasin is the heart, then Ali is the beat. From the thunder of Arad to Ayatul Kursi's seat, from Baqarah to Abasa, and the prophecy of Rum, from Ma'idah to Jathiyah and the web of Ankabut. You can see it rising in Falak and shining in Ash-Shams, forging in Hadid and ticking in Wal-As. His name sparkles like Al-Najm and is mighty like a Tur, all-encompassing like Layl and shining brightly like in Nur. Ali's name flows in Al-Kawthar. He'll be serving it from the fountain. He's the good news in Naba and the peak of Sinai's mountain. Spoken by Nas and Jinn, his name billows in Dukhan. then فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. Ali's name is written in Tini wa Zaytun, in verses about the righteous in Qul Ya Ayyuhal Kafirun, in every Fatha, Dhamma, Kisra, in every Sukun and Tanween. Ali's signature is scribed in every Kaf, Ya and Sin. I promise you it's even in the Alif, Ba and Ta. Now look at the second letter. Ali is even the Nuqta. Why does Ali pray Tawheed in every single Salah? It's because Ali loves Ikhlas and Ikhlas loves Ali back. Because when Mawla Ali moves, it's like the Quran is walking. And when Mawla Ali speaks, it's like the Quran is talking. Others waited for revelation to come before they would act. But the Quran waited for Ali to give his ring. The verse of Wilayah proves this fact. Then there's Ayatul Tathir, the verse about the pure. If Ali is in the Quran, then his name must be a cure. There's also Ayatul Mawaddah and mention of Ghadir. Mubahala earns its place, so let them raise Qurans on spears. Because if they don't see his name, they have sight but don't have vision. This is what has led us to so much fitna and division. They claim we raise Ali too high, but for others we're unjust. Yet even if we lower Ali, he's still father of the dust. Now Ali lies in Najaf, having given all he had left. The whole world's gold and silver adorns him in his death. If you need more evidence, let me speak the truth. If what I've said is not enough, here's one final proof. Consider Shahr Ramadan and look at Laylatul Qadr. Consider Shahr Ramadan and look at Laylatul Qadr. Allah sent down one Quran and welcome back another. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Ya Ali, ya son. One last poem with your permission, inshallah. This one is called simply Ya Ali. For every line I say, I need the response to be Ya Ali. Okay? Ya Ali. We'll practice one. So this is the first line. When Allah created the Nur of Amirul Mu'mineen, the angels called out, Ya Ali. Ya son, you can do it louder than that. Practice one more time. When Allah created the Nur of Amirul Mu'mineen, the angels called out, Ya Ali. Ya son. It's ironic because when we were driving down these narrow roads, me and my dad were saying, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali. Aflaha man sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. When Allah created the Nur of Amirul Mu'mineen, the angels called out, Ya Ali. And when it joined the Nur of Muhammad, Nabi called out, Ya Ali. When Adam ate from the apple, grappled with his mistake, he asked for forgiveness by calling out, Ya Ali. When Yusuf was at the bottom of the well and his mind was torn and the tears swelled, he called out, Ya Ali. And when Yaqub thought he had lost his son, he lost his mind. The tears fell and his eyes went blind. The only name he called out was Ya Ali. When Yunus was taken into the belly of the whale, a beast so large and a man so frail, he knew that he had to call out, Ya Ali. When Ibrahim stood in the fire, surrounded by flames, asking and pleading to be saved, he simply called out, Ya Ali. When Musa needed to split the Red Sea in half, part the waves and create a path, he lifted his staff and called out, Ya Ali. When Isa wished to raise the dead, there was just one name on his breath, and with it he called out, Ya Ali. When Fatima bint Asad stepped out of the Kaaba on that third day, there was a voice from heaven that she heard say, Ya Ali. And when Nabi approached the child, who opened his eyes and for the first time smiled, the Prophet called out, Ya Ali. The night that Nabi feared death, needed someone to sleep in his bed, he called out, Ya Ali. And in Ruk, when Mawla gave his ring, the beggar looked up at the king and called out, Ya Ali. At Badr, when the Muslims were few in number, there was one warrior who tore through like thunder, so the enemy shook and stumbled, calling out, Ya Ali. At Uhud, when the companions fled, left the Prophet on the brink of death, there was just one man who never left, and Nabi called out, Ya Ali. At Khandaq, when Mawla sat upon Ammar and Ammar spat upon Mawla, the crowd saw perfect patience and called out, Ya Ali. And when Nabi spoke about Kul Iman, the only name on his lips was Ya Ali. For love of Ali is ibadah, and hatred of Ali is kufr. So call out, Ya Ali. At Khaybar, when Mawla couldn't see, up stood companions 1, 2, 3, but the only one wanted by Nabi was none other than Ya Ali. And up to the door he went, with more strength than 40 men. And as he lifted it, the pious and ungodly men called out, Ya Ali. And then he approached Marhabhu, asked him proudly, who are you? And just before his head was split in two, he called out, Ya Ali. At Ghadir, in that desert land, in front of every single man, Nabi lifted Mawla's hand and called out, Ya Ali. At Mubah, Nabi brought his family as a whole. But there was just one man who was his soul. And when the Christians saw him, they lost control, dropped each and every single scroll, and they called out, Ya Ali. When Kumail crept into the night, heard a voice full of plight, heard words full of love and might, he whispered to himself, Ya Ali. And when they took Mawla's crown, sat on his throne like fools and crowns, were asked so many questions they thought they'd drown, couldn't answer a single one, and looked around calling, Ya Ali. When you were fast asleep inside your mother's womb, your whole life about to bloom, your mother's heartbeat sang a tune, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali. And then you tumbled into this world, eyes closed and fingers curled, and your first and only word was, Ya Ali. And soon when you see that first grey hair, when your knees creak getting out the chair, remember to always declare, Ya Ali. When you are all alone and death comes to your home, pulls your soul up out your throat, use your last breath to call out, Ya Ali. In the darkness of the grave, when Munkar and Nakir come your way and say, who is your master, you must say, Ya Ali. When the trumpet's sound will rumble, and the mountains crumble, and oceans tumble, make sure you call out, Ya Ali. On that final judgment day, when you are pulled up from your grave, and night has taken over day, call out, Ya Ali. As you stand all alone, nothing but skin and bone, no place to call your home, Ya Ali. As you Ya Ali. Brothers, that's the energy we need in here. On that final judgment day, when you are pulled up from your grave and night has taken over day, call out, Ya Ali. As you stand all alone, nothing but skin and bone, no place to call your home, call out, Ya Ali. And then stand on the Sirat and stare at a path as fine as hair. All it'll take is a breath of air to make you fall into despair, call out, Ya Ali. And then you feel a hand grab your arm, saving you from eternal harm, turning fear into internal calm, and you call out, Ya Ali. Then he lifts you up, gives you kotha from a silver cup, and through grateful tears that are welling up, you call out, Ya Ali. And the whole of time and space flashes by. You see your life pass you by, every smile and every cry, every joy and every sigh, every single ache and pain, every single shake and strain, every single angel praised, every single person raised, from Adam to Khatam, from Jibreel to Israel, has always called out, Ya Ali. To the one known as Elijah in the Injil, Elias in the Torah, known as Bitris by the Romans, Kabir by the Indians, Jubair by the Persians, Bitrit by the Ethiopians. But to us, Shia, we have and always will call out to him, saying, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Madad Hat Haidar. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. So, just want to say thank you once more for inviting me. First time here at Hyderi, inshallah. There'll be many more in the future. As the brother mentioned, I've written a poetry book. It's £10. It's going to be on the stall at the front. All proceeds go to Hyderi, inshallah. So do buy some if you can. We pray that we have the love of Ali in this world, shifa of Ali in the next world. And with that, I bid you Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Can you have a loud salawat for the brothers? Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Brothers, you've all been waiting for this, our finale. Can I now invite Shan and Rizwan with a loud salawat? Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
بر محمد والے محمد صلوات. Firstly, I'd like to congratulate everyone on the Zuhur of Mawla Ali alayhi salam. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم. بلند تر صلوات.
کل ایمان کل قرآن یک زبان نعرہ حیدری.
لحد میں ہم کو جگایا ہے یا علی کہہ کر. لحد میں ہم کو جگایا ہے یا علی کہہ کر. ولا کا جام پلایا ہے یا علی کہہ کر. لحد میں ہم کو جگایا ہے یا علی کہہ کر. سوال پوچھا گیا کون ہے امام تیرا. سوال پوچھا گیا کون ہے امام تیرا. کفن ہٹا کے بتایا ہے یا علی کہہ کر. لحد میں ہم کو جگایا ہے یا علی کہہ کر. درے بطول سے فطرت کو پر ملیں گے ضرور. درے بطول سے فطرت کو پر ملیں گے ضرور. فلک سے آج وہ آیا ہے یا علی کہہ کر. لحد میں ہم کو جگایا ہے
یا علی کہہ کر، علم کو تھام کے چلنا کوئی مذاق نہیں، علم کو تھام کے چلنا کوئی مذاق نہیں، علم کو ہم نے اٹھایا ہے یا علی کہہ کر، لحد میں ہم کو جگایا ہے یا علی کہہ کر، قدم اٹھائے تو بس سامنے تھا عرش بری، قدم اٹھائے تو بس سامنے تھا عرش بری، کہ ماں نے چلنا سکھایا ہے یا علی کہہ کر، لحد میں ہم کو جگایا ہے یا علی کہہ کر، والا علی 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 کے گھر کا اجالا حسین کا چہرہ، علی کے گھر کا اجالا حسین کا چہرہ، علی کے گھر کا اجالا حسین کا چہرہ، جناب زہرا کی دنیا حسین کا چہرہ، علی کے گھر کا اجالا حسین کا چہرہ، وہ خال و خد کو بناتا تھا چومتا تھا کبھی خود اپنے نور سے جس وقت اپنے اندر ہی، وہ خال و خد کو بناتا تھا چومتا تھا کبھی خود اپنے نور سے جس وقت اپنے اندر ہی، خدا تراش رہا تھا حسین کا چہرہ، علی کے گھر کا اجالا حسین کا چہرہ، نعرہ حیدری، نواسا پشت سے نانا کی جب اتر آیا، سرور کیسا تھا نہ جان طول سجدہ کا، نبی نے اٹھتے ہی چوما حسین کا چہرہ، علی کے گھر کا اجالا حسین کا چہرہ، صلوات اللہ۔ میرے دل کی صدا یا حسین، میرے دل کی صدا یا حسین، میرے دل کی صدا یا حسین، سب کہو مرحبا یا حسین، میرے دل کی صدا یا حسین، سب کہو مرحبا یا حسین۔ اس کی نسل میں غیرت رہے گی جس نے کہا یا حسین، میرے دل کی صدا یا حسین، سب کہو مرحبا یا حسین، میرے دل کی صدا یا حسین، سب کہو مرحبا یا حسین۔ کس نور کی آمد ہوئی سجدے میں ہے فاطمہ، ہر دور کے یزید کا ہونے لگا خاتمہ، کرب و بلا سے آواز آئی لو گیا یا حسین، میرے دل کی صدا یا حسین، سب کہو مرحبا یا حسین، میرے دل کی صدا یا حسین، سب کہو مرحبا یا حسین۔ تقدیر نے کروٹ ہے لی بس ایک ہی رات میں، ایمان کا سورج طلوع پھر ہو گیا ذات میں، خیمے کے در پر سر کو جھکا کر حر نے کہا یا حسین، میرے دل کی صدا یا حسین، سب کہو مرحبا یا حسین۔ اس کی نسل میں غیرت رہے گی جس نے کہا یا حسین، میرے دل کی صدا یا حسین، لبیک یا حسین، لبیک یا حسین، لبیک یا حسین۔ ہے انبیاء کا عقیدہ بطول حق پر ہے انبیاء کا عقیدہ بطول حق پر ہے، ہر ایک حق سے زیادہ بطول حق پر ہے انبیاء کا اگر یہ دین خدا ہے تو پھر خدا کی قسم، اگر یہ دین خدا ہے تو پھر خدا کی قسم، اصول دین ہے پہلا بطول حق پر ہے انبیاء کا وہ شخص چھوڑ دے کہنا رسول کو صادق، وہ شخص چھوڑ دے کہنا رسول کو صادق، جو شخص کہہ نہیں سکتا بطول حق پر ہے انبیاء کا کوب کو کوب کو کوب کو کوب کو جیڑا جیڑا ہو جیڑا 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 علی دا حبدار نہیں جیڑا جیڑا علی دا حبدار نہیں انہیں جنت دا ہونا حقدار نہیں لاؤ نعرہ علی دا کوب کو کوب کو لاؤ نعرہ علی دا نعرہ علی دا یعنی حق دے ولی دا کوب کو لاؤ نعرہ علی دا حق دا امام علی نائب رسول حق دا امام علی نائب رسول بابا حسنین دائے شور بطول قابضی شان علی زینت اذان علی دین تے ایمان علی حق دی ہے جان علی زندہ مرشد علی سرکار نہیں زندہ مرشد علی سرکار نہیں انہیں جنت دا ہونا حقدار نہیں لاؤ نعرہ علی دا کوب کو یا علی یا علی یا علی دم ہم دم علی 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 مولا 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 علی مولا علی مولا جلال ذل جلال ہے علی علی خدا کا ہم خیال ہے علی علی جلال ذل جلال ہے خدا کا ہم خیال ہے بلندیاں یہ دیکھ کے پکارا دل میرا علی پسند ہے بہت پسند ہے علی پسند ہے مجھے ہاں علی پسند ہے بہت پسند ہے علی پسند ہے مجھے دم ہم دم علی 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 مولا 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 رجب کی تیرویں کو یہ بتوں سے کعبہ بول اٹھا چلو یہاں سے جاؤ اب تھا جتنا نہ رہ لیا خدا کا ہے یہ فیصلہ علی علی ہے جس کا گھر وہ آ گیا علی علی خدا کا ہے یہ فیصلہ ہے جس کا گھر وہ آ گیا نہیں پسند مجھ کو تم مجھے تو بس میرا علی پسند ہے بہت پسند ہے علی پسند ہے مجھے ہاں سب مل کر علی پسند ہے بہت پسند ہے علی پسند ہے مجھے ہاں علی پسند ہے بہت پسند ہے علی پسند ہے مجھے ہاں علی پسند ہے پسند ہے علی پسند ہے مجھے نہ جانے کتنے لوگ تھے جو سو سکے نہ رات بھر تھے منتظر بطول کا بنے گا کون ہم سفر ستارہ عرش سے چلا علی علی لیے رضا فاطمہ علی علی ستارہ عرش سے چلا لیے رضا فاطمہ علی کے در پہ آ کے یہ ستارہ بول اٹھا کیا علی پسند ہے بہت پسند ہے علی پسند ہے مجھے ہاں علی پسند ہے بہت پسند ہے علی پسند ہے مجھے دم ہم دم علی 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 مولا 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 چنگا لگدا ہے سونا لگدا ہے پیارا لگدا ہے علی والا چنگا لگدا ہے سونا لگدا ہے پیارا لگدا ہے سونا لگدا ہے علی والا چنگا لگدا ہے علی والا سونا لگدا ہے علی والا چنگا لگدا ہے علی والا کسے بھی میدان وچوں کسے بھی میدان وچوں ہے سن لے سن لے سن لے نہیں او بھجدا علی والا سونا لگدا علی والا صلوات
الہی ببیمار داشتے بلا جو بیمار ہو جلد پاوے الہی برائے امام زمان ہمیں حول محشر سے دے تو اما قیامت میں محشور رہو بالی اٹھے قبر سے کہتے ہم یا علی اے جوانوں مل جہاں دہتن حماد وعلی زہرا شبیر سے لے امام زمان شبیر سے لے امام زمان ایک ایک बेसदा सलवात परो सलवात सलवातो सलाम या इमाम ज़मान फरमाओ ज़ूर या इमाम ज़मान ज़लवात अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम अस्सलामु अलैका या रसूल अल्लाह अस्सलामु अलैका या नबी अल्लाह अस्सलामु अलैका या हबीब अल्लाह अस्सलामु अलैका या अमीरुल मुमिनीन सय्यिदुल वसिय्यिन इमामुल मुत्तक़ीन अस्सलामु अलैकी या सय्यदती निसाइल आलमीन फातिमतुज़ ज़हरा अस्सलामु अलैका या हसनल मुज्तबा अस्सलामु अलैका या अबा अब्दिल्लाह व अलल अरवाहिल्लती हल्लत बिफिनाइक अलैका मिन्नी सलामुल्लाहि अबदन मा बक़ीत وبقي الليل والنهار ولا جعل الله آخر الأحد مني لزيارتكم all together السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب خصوصا سيدي ومولاي أبو الفضل العباس وأختيك زينب وأم كلثوم وبنتك سكينة السلام عليك يا زين العابدين ومحمد الباكر وجعفر الصادق السلام عليك يا موسى الكاظم وعلي الرضا ومحمد الجواد وعلي الهادي والحسن العسكري السلام عليك سيدي ومولاي صاحب العصر والزمان سيدي الأمان 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 السلام عليك يا حجة المنان عجل الله تعالى فرجه سحل الله تعالى مخرج وظهورك وجعلنا من عوانه وأنصاره ومقوية سلطانه والمستشهدين بين يدي اللهم كن
Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Brothers, I know that all of you are hyper after listening to Shan and Rizwan, but we want to make you more hyper, so we are going to serve donuts and coffee. So before we do that, please do have a seat. Please do not remain standing. Please have a seat so we can start serving. Brother, kind request to please have a seat so we can start serving, please. Brothers, please have a seat. Our brothers near the door, please have a seat so we can start serving. Brothers, if you can kindly have a seat, please. Brothers, we can't start serving unless everybody is seated, please. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Okay, I've got Riaz uncle here to scold you.
Anybody standing will not be served. Please observe what the Mukhi is saying. If you want to be served, sit down.
Brothers, please have a seat so we can start serving, please. Thank you. Volunteers, please start serving. You can serve now. Brothers, don't forget, you can have your photos taken in the playroom. There's a photo opportunity in the playroom, so if you can, if you want to make your way there, and please don't forget to visit the stalls outside.